It's another lovely day to you, distinguished viewers from wherever you're watching us. This is Rero TV, and I am Akamovba. Today, we are in the presence of a very familiar face on Rero TV. We're talking about Okakoro, Dr. Patrick Akamovba, the Gogorogo of Okpe Kingdom. He was the coordinator of Ede Dafinone campaign in Sapele, talking about the senatorial candidates that won in Delta Central for the All Progressive Congress, APC. Chief, it's always nice meeting you again, sir. Yes, Chief. First thing first, you fought assiduously for Chief Ede Dafinone in the course of his electoral bid as senator for Delta Central, and he has won. Congratulations on that. And you did not do it alone. No. We know that you had so many people that worked with you. Delta Central at large, delivering Chief Ede Dafinone. As a coordinator in Saplesa, what will be your word of appreciation to those that made it possible?
Okay, thank you for that. First of all, I will thank God Almighty for the enablement. I will thank the senator-elect also for making the place also the atmosphere, you know, the way it was in terms of mobilization and all of that for the election. I also thank the very important the party, APC as a party. You know, I commend them. You know, they were there. They were there for Shifide. Yes. I also commend Honorable Barrister Adelabo Bojo, the DG of the campaign, because he is the captain of the ship. It was a good one to work with somebody like him. It has the idea, the plans of how the thing will be driven. I thank the entire campaign organization. I thank Saple people. I thank Okpe people. You know, because they were there for Dafinone. We thank all of them. And they, as a senator to represent the Robo now, is the best thing that would have happened to the Robo people. So we are not going to get anything short of what we expect from Ede Dafinone. It's going to be a wonderful representation, and I've mentioned it in the past that I don't know if it's going to be possible for you to share anything in the National Assembly that Ede will not get is small for his people in terms of projects. Yes, sir. And all of that. He was going to represent the Robo very well, and he will get it, you know, properly again. More than the way it was before. The way it was a wonderful representation by the DSP.
The stories that dominate the news now is the composition of the 10th Senate. The leadership, the structure, and all that. Some freshmen coming in like Ede Dafinone, though with a lot of experience. What has been your assessment of the 10th Senate in terms of composition, sir?
Okay, the 10th Assembly is another critical, you know, organ for Tinubu to succeed. Very critical organ, and critical time again in terms of the composition, you know, and all of that. So out of the 109 Senate that is coming on board, that has come on board right now, yes, sir, we have 70 something, either 76 or thereabout, or 70 something that have you know fresh, sharp guys who are going to be piloting, who are going to be driving the dream, yes, sir, you know, driving the project for Nigeria for another 4 years. Yes. So, and we've seen a lot of them, you know, being interested for the president of the Senate and other principal offices and all of that. So, you know, it is very qualified. Honestly, a lot of us have been watching and listening. Yes. If expecting him to enlist for the position of the president of the Senate. So wow. I don't see what is the criteria. I don't see what is the criteria. He's qualified, completely qualified. He's a gentleman. It has all what it takes, both local and international. He has consulted with federal government. He has consulted for National Assembly. He's a director, former of Nexim Bank. He has been in the public sector, private sector. You know, he has worked. He's currently working for you know, as a chairman of advisory board for Shadow Accountant of Africa. You know, England and Wales Africa. Yeah. You know, section. He's the chairman of the advisory board. So I wonder the kind of experience that somebody will need again to be president of the state. We need people like Ede Dafinone to be president of the Senate, so that with what he carries, he can support Tinubu, support Nigerians, push good deeds that will touch people on the street. It's very key. So I don't know what he's waiting for. We don't know what he's waiting for. Nigeria don't know what he's waiting for. Nigeria don't know what he is waiting for. We want him to run for the president of the Senate. Because I don't know, but I believe with my calculation that it is zoned to South. We want Ede to run for president of the Senate. He should not. Whatever that is delayed, whatever that is waiting for, I think he should not. We want him to run for the president of the Senate.
But there's an argument from the southeast, the easterners now,
yes,
that it is their turn, that they should produce the president of the Senate. Should this position be a zonal thing, or are they supposed to look at antecedents of individuals?
It should not actually be a zonal thing. We want people that has brain. We want people that have what it takes, people that have the courage, the experience, the qualification to pilot the ship, to drive the project. And right now, we're about 3 people from the north. They are also going for the president of the Senate. Okay. Very many of them. Some other people are also going for the president of the Senate from the south side. So experience, qualification, merit should hold the project. Should be what we put on board, what you put on table.
Yes.
To select the president of the Senate. It's very important. We want people with the right frame of mind, with the experience. So, and Ede has that experience.
Yes.
Dafinone has that experience. Dafinone is a household in the country. When the late father, late DOD was in the Senate, we saw what happened. In that time, they brought surplus support. They brought better glass. They brought very many things that the country knew we had it good that time.
Yes.
And this is a product of that same man.
Yes.
So Ede is qualified, overqualified. We want Ede to be president of the Senate. Ede is a good material for that. We want Ede to be president of the Senate. We don't know what he's waiting for.
Before we leave you now, you just made mention of Sapele. You talk about the surplus support and all that. And for some time now, we've been seeing a lot of insecurity, killings, youth restiveness in Sapele. But for a few months, that insecurity seems to have died down. Everything has returned back to normal in Sapele. We no longer hear of shooting here and there. What do you think is responsible for this?
In that one, I also commend God Almighty, because nothing has happened on this planet that it was not the handwork of God. I commend God Almighty for taking charge, because I'm also aware that there were prayers, men of God organizing prayers, and all that. But after doing prayers, the physical people on ground to do the work. I will commend the chairman of council. He should be the officer of the local government. If he doesn't want the place to be secured, the place will not be secured. He must have done some think and turn with some people to get the place, peaceful the way it was. I also commend the vigilante. I'll commend members of Nigeria Force, JTF, the Nigerian police. They were there, and members of the public. Because people say once you see, talk. Once you hear, you talk. If you see, if you not talk, if you hear, you not talk. The security men will not have any information to work with. I commend members of the public. Please, once you see, please talk. Once you hear, talk. And most probably the JTF. Better work, and those scheme of them, the police, the Sapele DPO, even of Mr. Harrison and his team, the vigilante, Randin and the Chief Eugene and Noga. They've done well. They've done well in putting security, because security is number one. If we do not commend them, then we're crafty with our choice of words. They've done well. I want them to sustain it. I'm also calling on the boys who are fighting themselves. We want to fight ourselves. Why are we killing ourselves? Whatever is the argument you have with somebody, whatever is the problem, something you can settle it instead of going to use gun to take somebody's life because you have quarrel. It's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. So
very uncalled for.
I commend all of them for the peace.
Very, very uncalled for, ladies and gentlemen. We have been speaking to the Gogorogo of Okpe Kingdom, Okakuru, Dr. Patrick Akamovba. Chief, we appreciate you for spending this time with us. We hope to speak to you in subsequent times.
No problem.
My name is Rero TV, and this is Rero TV. Thank you for watching.